Chelsea fans. Anyways, we're still on the Ballon d'Or list. In this video, I'm going to be giving us the top 10 individuals that did not make the 30 list slot that was released by Ballon d'Or. And I'm going to be giving us the top 10 individuals that ought to be in that list, but they did not make that list. And I'm going to be giving us some few reasons why I feel these individuals ought to be there, but they are not there. I also want to hear from you. What do you think actually went wrong that did not make them be part of this top 30 list? So before I actually go ahead to mention these top people, let us look into the individuals who are responsible for these nominations. Like I said in my previous video, they're basically journalists, but there are also other individuals that partake in these nominations. First of all, we have journalists, 100 journalists representing top 100 FIFA ranked nations. Each journalist selected from top 10 players from a list of 30 nominees, ranking them in order of merit. We also have editorials, members of editorial staff from France Football. We also have UEFA ambassadors and also the best juror. The best juror happens to be either coach or journalist. And sometimes you might be asking yourself, why do the Ballon d'Or or why do most awards give it to the journalists to have more voting? Because they feel the journalists are very more objective. But sometimes, definitely, we are all humans, and definitely their objective might not really be objective in all sense. Some might be biased because of relationship, because of nationality, and sometimes because of oversight. This might lead them to actually omit some players, and that is why I feel some players were not on this list. But I also want to hear from you. Let's jump into the top 10 of individuals that ought to be in this list. I'm going to be starting from number 1. Number 1, Alexander Isak. Number 2, Jamal Musiala. Number 3, Ryan Gravenberch from Liverpool. Number 4, Victor Osimhen. We're coming back to that. Number 5, Bradley Barcola. Number 6, Bukayo Saka. Number 7, Marquinhos for PSG. Number 8, Moses Caicedo. Number 9, Omar Mamouche. And number 10, Rodrigo for Real Madrid. So I'm going to be listing out some few other players that I feel ought to be in this list regardless of what happened. I'm going to be giving us some few things. So starting with Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, I feel like the guy did a great job last season, and so many things will have led to him not being nominated. Fine, he was nominated when he became the African Player of the Year, but this year he was not nominated. We saw the way his transfer away from Napoli actually went. Before he even went on loan to Galatasaray, we saw what played out. So most of all these things, journalists are looking at it, and sometimes when his name is being mentioned, remember, journalists from different countries, they are all on the news. They've seen how Victor Osimhen is responding to coaches in Nigeria and everything, right? So these are some of the things they actually look at. Remember, in my previous video, I talked about the top 5 key things they look at: fairness, the way they tend to talk to officials, staffs, and everything. So most of all those things, right? Remember, players are humans. And this, I feel, was the major thing Vinicius Jr. actually lost that Ballon d'Or to Rodrigo last year. So I feel this is the reason why Victor Osimhen was not on this list. The next one again is Marquinhos. Marquinhos actually did well for PSG. All PSG players, I feel like they ought to be in this particular list. Marquinhos and also Barcola ought to be in this list. And also Moses Caicedo. I'm sure all Chelsea fans will be rejoicing for this one. Moses Caicedo actually did well. Trust me, he did well for Chelsea. I'm not going to even lie. He did well for Chelsea, and I feel like he ought to be in this list. But definitely, the journalists have seen that maybe he was really not that consistent like that. That was why they didn't get to put him in the list. But Chelsea fans, hey, let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear from you. Let me hear what you had to say. Why was Moses Caicedo not put on this list? Chelsea fans, I leave that in the comments for you. And finally, I feel like there's one other player I'm missing out. Bukayo Saka. Anyways, Bukayo Saka was injured, so he didn't get to play the season. He didn't get to have a full potential of himself last season, so that was why he was not actually on this list. But he actually was in the top 10 list of individuals that ought to be in the top 30 list of the Ballon d'Or. But unfortunately, it's not there. Guys, let me know what you think about this video. Drop your thoughts. Why do most of all these players, I want to hear from you, did not make this cut? Alexander Isak also was not on this list after breaking chains for Newcastle, giving them their silverware after 70 years. It's really a crazy one, but football is football. Ballon d'Or is Ballon d'Or.